Every day I get on the internet, it's a new content creator, it's a new influencer, a new person getting G'd, and it's out of pocket. So we're collecting those moments, not to shame brands, not to attack creators, but to break down what happened, compare experiences, and figure out what's good business. Because the more we share our stories, the easier it becomes to recognize bad business, negotiate better deals, and build a higher standard for how content creators show up. Welcome to Out of Pocket, it's your boy CEO Faiyaz. All right, this is my guy, Brent Faiyaz. We are looking at how Brent Faiyaz used data-driven decisions to make decisions to be the Brent Faiyaz that y'all know and love. I jack him. This is one of my guys. I'm saying let's check out his game plan.
Last year, 22-year-old R&B singer Brent Faiyaz caught a break.
What were they offering?
Well, I know the highest offer we got was kind of like a $250,000 advance, and it was like a $300,000 recording budget for album one. I always said it was never about the money. It was always about the terms.
It was always about the terms. So, I don't know who that guy was. Maybe that's his manager, Rody. I don't know. I'm not really sure. Didn't really do the research. But what he said was they'd offered them $550,000 for the first album, and he replied, it's not about the money. It's about the terms of the contract. You must understand what the terms of your contract is, because then you know what you're getting into. And guess what? They didn't get into it. You feel me? We about to continue to find out what they did. Listen and learn, because you follow the people that did it before you, because they did it and they got success. So if you can follow what they did, you may get the success that they had. You may get it. It just makes your chances a little better. You dig? Let's continue on.
They began by incorporating Lost Kids, LLC, and investing $30,000 out of their own pockets to record Brent's debut album.
Yeah, see what they did? They bet on themselves. But they bet on themselves with a game plan, with a roadmap. They didn't just bet on themselves and say, I'm gonna take this 30. No. They were making data-driven decisions. We're about to find out and continue to understand how and why. Let's check it out.
They then went on a 3-month tour using streaming data to guide the way.
Streaming data. They went on a 3-month tour to use streaming data to guide the way, to guide the decisions that they were making based on what people were saying, what the data was saying. You feel me? If you are a creator in this space, if you're doing music, if you're doing it doesn't matter. Your data is one of the most important things for you to understand and know. If you are a creator, data is the way. If you never had any brand deals, setting your data in front of a brand will get you a good or better deal if you understand your data and understand what you bring to the table. You dig? The brands know what they want from you, and you now, your job is to find out and understand what they need from you so you can provide it and put a price on it. You dig? The reason why they didn't take that advance is because they did not need all the things that the label provided, because they were providing it, and they did it with a $30,000 budget. Let's go. Let's keep going.
Yeah, no, definitely. We need to know about all analytics, all data, because there has been several ladies that's found music through Pandora.
Right. So now the reason why we find the reason how people even found me was from Pandora, and I gotta understand how and why. I gotta understand my data. I have to understand what I'm putting out, what people are responding to, what they like, what they dislike, why they dislike it, what I gotta do to change it, all of that stuff. And if you have it and understand it, you may potentially be able to recreate what Brent Faiyaz did, or something better. You feel me? Let's continue on.
Time mines the data for those streams to find out exactly where and when a show will sell out.
I'm looking at my Spotify and my SoundCloud analytics, like the top 50 market. I'm doing ads based on those top 50 markets. I was spending money there because that's what the data already told.
Right. So why would I spend money somewhere else and the data's not telling me to spend money somewhere else? They're telling me, okay, you got a strong presence in Portland, Ohio. Let me give you an example. I had a client recently. They got a massive following in the Philippines. How did y'all get a following in the Philippines? I don't know. But now that we know you have a massive following in the Philippines, how can we cater to that following in the Philippines? How did you get that following in the Philippines? You do a little more research. This is a music show, style show. So what's going on in the Philippines? In the Philippines, they like black music. This show is providing black music in abundance from a bunch of different artists. Lo and behold, that's how you got an audience in the Philippines. Somehow it happened. Let me give you another example of how that works too globally. I don't know if you guys recently seen Everybody Hates Chris, but Everybody Hates Chris is massive in Brazil. Everybody Hates Chris is super huge in Brazil because in Brazil they bought the reruns to Everybody Hates Chris, and when they bought the reruns to Everybody Hates Chris, they've been playing it in Brazil. Brazil is mostly black. The population is a black population, so now they relate to the show. They relate to Pam, you feel me? They love Pam in the show. The kid, what's the kid name? That's now, he's a grown adult now. Everybody's played Chris. He's on Abbott Elementary. Because he doesn't understand the Brazilian language, he was getting trolled on his page because people loved him so much and he couldn't understand it and he asked them to stop. Brazil got tight of him. Anyway, the point that I'm trying to make to you, you can find out this story. I'll talk about that story on another thing. I'll actually cover it. The point I'm trying to make to you is you can have an audience somewhere and you can cater to that audience somewhere based on knowing your data. Knowing your data could be the difference from you having a 9-to-5 job and you not having a 9-to-5 job, because now you done served your Brazilian audience, your Filipino audience, and because you served them and they're paying you, they love you, you're now able to sustain yourself. This is just some thoughts, just ideas of what already is going on that you could do. You dig? That's the reason why we here, to help you or have those ideas. Take them from me, I don't care. But make sure you have a follow. Make sure you say, yo, I took that from you. I like that, you dig? I don't really want the credit. I want to know you're doing better. I want that I inspired you to go research something, to go do this, to go do that. That's all I want. You feel me? Let's go. That was this week's Out of Pocket moment. Now, I want to hear from you. Have you ever seen deals like this? Have you been offered something even crazier, or do you think this one was actually fair? Drop your experience in the comments so we could compare notes. The goal is to build a shared understanding of what good business looks like and create a better standard for us. Until next time, keep your contracts close and your receipts closer.
Why haven't you called local social? What?